And yes, nagbabalik guys ang double A na battery natin with of course I am your showcaster GS Alpha with me is
Atlas.
Yes, and we are Nitro Boost by of course our very own sponsor Bacchus Energy Drink. Drive your energy. So mga Pabik Chulo, we are here on the game 2, Acclaim Empire X versus Cerberus. So from what happened on that game 1, ano napansin mo Atlas or the things they need to consider?
Yeah, earlier,
Going on game
AEX wasn't in their best form, and definitely I think it comes from their picks. They tried to send around Gen V, and Jinx is definitely a lot weaker in these patches. Even in the recent patches, her power is very low compared to other AD carries. They definitely need to adapt. They definitely need to give Gen V something else, maybe like Sivir, and they can center their power on another laner, such as Carl or Cannon.
Because yun nga, kahit naman ako nung I was thinking like if you're going for I think Gen V is not really used to skill type of champion like Lucian, like Ezreal, pero sana Caitlyn was open.
Caitlyn was open, and that's definitely one pick they could have had, but this time they banned it out. We're not on the screen yet, but yes.
So yeah, moving on that one, of course, was what Atlas said. We are moving in on the drafting phase live on that one. So mga makitang-kita mga pogi nating mga papi over there.
Yes, Cerberus still opting to ban out the Vayne and Twitch. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They know that these two bans paralyze the entirety of AX so much because Gen V is crippled if he can't pick these two carries.
Yeah, so instant -1, kumbaga.
LeBlanc too, they're still consistent. They did win the earlier game with this kind of ban structure, and there's no reason to change it right now. On the other hand, Cerberus changes it up. Caitlyn, you did mention that Caitlyn would have been a good pickup for Gen V, but now they banned it out, so I'm wondering if Gen V will still opt for that Jinx.
Well, napaisip din ako kasi nung game 1, si Marky naka-Jin eh. Parang, di ba papi, sakit-sakit na nun. Tapos Caitlyn yung ibaban mo.
Sobrang sakit nun kanina. But they're actually first picking Lulu right now.
And yes, this is a flex pick, either going in for Cannon or Sunzi.
Yeah, it might be stronger on Sunzi right now, considering the popular picks at the top lane, because the usual tank that deals damage build doesn't work very well for someone like Lulu.
Like, tama-tama. Pero yun nga, gosh, hindi ko lang mapusuan yung Caitlyn, bakit binan nila. Pero sige, tuloy tayo, papi. On the top lane pa rin, picking, and of course, Trevor hovering that Rek'Sai. Well, hindi naman nabago. Nakita natin kanina na talagang ibang-iba yung gap si Trevor. You have the flash airborne, you have the tower dive.
They're definitely sticking to the guns that won them in the last game. Even teasing with the karma again. I'm surprised that no one has picked up the Maokai. Maokai is still very strong, a little bit nerfed,
pa rin yan.
but he's still a tank that deals so much damage. Maokai watch.
Wow, that yokai.
Let's not.
That's Yorick.
Yokai.
Yokai.
Tomsu and calculated picking right now for their team.
Yes,
Let's see what they'll have.
I'm really waiting for them to pick a
Flexible pick.
Or
Yeah, Lulu is a flex pick, but not as much as the popular ones right now, like Vladimir, Trundle.
Or a priority pick, like if you wanted like the normal attack champions. Andun pa rin naman si Kog'Maw eh. Mas malakas ba nga siya ngayon?
Yeah, Kog'Maw is pretty good.
Triforce buff, right?
Yeah, the change to Triforce only benefits someone like Kog'Maw. Don't even need that crit, just not need all that attack speed. But looking at the Lulu pick, it worries me. Because that means you want to make someone big, make someone deal lots of damage while being safe. And if that's the kind of way they're playing it right now, it's the same way they'll be playing the same way they were earlier. But it seems like they will be picking up the Tristana.
And we are looking at Tomsu. Hindi mo na ako magbubuhat. Magpapaangat na lang ako. So it's a utility jungler looking right now with that Zac.
I like Zac.
Yeah.
The entire aesthetic of him, but of course, he's a versatile jungler. He's not the best at anything, like say Elise and Rek'Sai are the undoubted queens of control. Champions like Nidalee are the best at clearing, and ganking. Other champions are good ganking. No. Zach is the second best at everything.
Yeah.
He's not bad at any of them, which
He was
makes him
the
a pretty solid
all-arounder.
pickup overall.
Well,
And
I think that Zach, or the first one would be Jarvan. Like, it was the all-arounder way
yeah,
back
he used to
then.
be the
Up
German.
until nerfs hit him or the Fire Nation attacks. So yes, we are looking once again that Rek'Sai and Jin locked.
They're
in.
not changing up their style here. Of course, as I said earlier, if it's not broken, don't fix it. But it could be a problem if AEX actually adapts to that strategy they're
Yes,
taking now.
if
right
you're
now.
if you're opting naman pala for Zac, why not ban Jin? Then you can go slingshot in the face of Caitlyn. You can rocket jump in front with that cannon. So I'm not really sure if it's gonna
Irelia, will this be
waste.
their pick?
Whoa, we are going to see Irelia back on the rift with that Triforce buff.
Triforce, come on. Let's go, boys.
Let's go, boys.
They might just be
against
teasing
Yukes.
us, but it seems like they're serious. They're bringing out the secret weapon for
Yes.
Cannon. Even Calculated might pick it up, but the Auri is there.
Yeah, and that's a mid lane Irelia is the faker pick. The
Faker pick.
Kind of situational in all forms if you're going to pick Master Yi or Irelia mid. So yes, indeed, that was a lock. In Ari, the Ninetale Fox, and of
Corki.
course Irelia.
Corki. The Triforce. The Triforce change actually hurts Corki's entire playstyle a bit.
Yeah.
Because he depends on that Triforce, right?
And the Gatling gun is not that spiky
Yeah,
as
and
the Zil has.
The big thing about the Triforce before is that it had crit chance.
Yeah.
That added so much to Corki's damage alongside the rest of his kit with the machine procs
Yes.
coming from the Triforce. But now there's no more crit. He doesn't have early access to crit. They did buff the ratio of his missile barrage, but I think he definitely is one of the champions, ironically, that got weaker because of the changes too. Well, they're switching to Zillion.
Well, yeah, I think it's... Well, knowing Chop, it doesn't play Zillion that much, but I'm opting for a Twisted Fate.
They're actually keeping it.
Whoa.
They want... I think they're just teasing... no, they're teasing Calculated right now. Well, this is how you play Zillion.
Yes.
Maybe, but we'll see if they get punished by that, by AEX. Overall, the team compositions, though,
Wow.
I'm liking still Cerberus. Because
Yeah,
I don't
I'll stick
feel
with
the
Cerberus.
cohesiveness coming from AEX. Earlier, they had a cohesive team composition trying to protect Gen V. It was cohesive, but it wasn't good.
Yeah, all in all, pero...
But now it seems like the picks are a little more solid, and they have the Irelia there. But I don't know if it's still good.
Mas kakabahan nga lang ako with Cerberus that Marky has that firepower and you're
The
going
safety
to
coming
have
from
the
Chalk.
second life. Diba? You have Chalk on that ult, so basically, we're going to face double Marky.
But you have to consider that earlier, Chalk was a force to be reckoned with on that Victor, and losing
Yes.
that big source of damage for Cerberus, that might be a point that AEX can take advantage of.
Yes, but yeah, I really do agree on that one. But of course, considering Yukes has the firepower, like the first game, I think it was really an overpower for them. So yes, we are seeing Cerberus stats. Yukes on the top lane, that will be KDA of 3.9, kill participation of 73%, and a goal per minute of 352.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yes.
good stats. Kill
Yeah.
participation really big. Oh yeah. As for Cerberus, their jungler is Trevor. KDA is 3.2. Very high kill participation still, 71%. Gold per minute is 356. That is decent.
Yeah, so
Yes.
he's really a roaming type of jungler.
Definitely wants to put the pressure on the rest of the team.
Yes, and on the mid lane, we are seeing Chuck with that KDA of 4.9, kill participation of 67%, and gold per minute, 386.
Marky, definitely the star of the show earlier, 80 carry, 4.1 KDA kill participation is 60% and a much higher gold per minute.
Yes.
That's definitely it's a stat you want to be high as an AD carry.
And on the support, that will be Shadow with a KDA of 4.5, kill participation 61%, and gold per minute, that's 255.
Cerberus really likes fighting, it seems.
Yes, and on the side of Acclaim Empire X, on the top lane, we are seeing Cannon with that KDA of 2.9, kill participation 52%, and gold per minute 364. Moving into the jungle.
Next in line is Tomsu, 4.2 KDA, kill participation of 75%, gold per minute of 399. That's huge compared to Tomsu.
He's really balancing the gold per minute and kill participation. And of course, on the mid lane, that will be calculated. KDA 3.7 and 61% kill participation with a GPM of 384.
Gen V will be the AD carry for AEX, 2.3 KDA and half and half, 56% kill participation. GPM is 398. Pretty average.
Yes,
Pretty
and
good.
for the support, that will be AEX Sunzi with that KDA of 2.5, kill participation of 64%, and 264 gold per minute. So
It's actually really good that we have these stats here because it gives you a point to like a lens to look at the teams from, because it was apparent that the KDA and kill participation for AEX isn't as high as Cerberus, but that's because Tomsu, if you look at Tomsu, his KDA and kill participation is really high compared to his teammates, and that might be the focus they're going for, the pressure coming from the jungler.
71% and 399. So, alam mo naman guys na if may kill participation ka, you are always present. Mas present ka pa sa laban kaysa sa isang subject mo nung college. So ayun, yung paano mo siya ibabalance with a gold per minute. So di ba, having that kind of balance effect from Tomsu, he is really something. A jungler of something.
Definitely a huge tool for AEX, and I think they should allocate a lot of resources from him to other laners, so that power coming from him is actually overflowing to the rest of the team. As for Cerberus, they seem to have like a more centralized distribution of power. They all participate in the fights. It's more of a let's engage as an entire hand.
Well, their kill participation was around 60 to 70% in between.
Yeah, for almost all of them, which is pretty good.
Team-centric. Yes, indeed. So, but I was quite alarmed. Medyo, yun nga, nag-aalala lang ako for Gen V, 2 point something KDA, knowing na marksman ka, you should stay safe. But of course, that's Gen V. He was kind of aggressive pick nga, like having the Twitch and Vayne, but he was forced to move to something like he needs to be more careful with. So I'm still waiting for Gen V to step up, of course. And yes,
both of Genevieve's picks in this match today, Tristana and Jinx, yes, they're very easily abusable by the junglers and the other laners coming from the opposing team, which might be the reason why he's been underperforming in the game earlier, because if you're picking an immobile champion like Jinx, who is weaker overall in the meta, that might be the reason why you're underperforming. And right now, Tristana, pretty decent pick, but still has that pretty weak early game compared to other AD carries.
And yes, guys, that's Atlas for you. And welcome to Summoner's Rift, mga papi. Laban na to, game 2 na to. Ito na ang laban ng AEX laban sa Cerberus, of course. On the blue side, we are seeing AEX Cannon on that Aurelia, Tamsu on that Blob Zac, and calculated with the Ninetail Fox Ari, Gen V on that Dragon Trainer Tristana, and Sunzi, Winter Wonder Lulu. Kamuna.
On the red team is Cerberus. There's Yux in the top lane, still hopping around with that Fizz. Trevor still using that Queen of the Jungle Rek'Sai. As for mid lane, that's where we change. It's Chalk on that Zillion. Marquis and Shadow will, of course, be their bot laners, duoing the Jhin and the Karma. Ionian bot lane.
Yes. Ready na tayo sa game 2 na to. Ito kaya yung chance na sa tingin mo in Atlas, makakabawi na ba ang AEX? O yung prediction mo lang ba kung ano yung mas may chance talaga na manalo palalo dito.
AEX has to work for their victory if they want to in this game, because Cerberus, it seems like their composition is a lot more cohesive, a lot more solid compared to Acclaim Empire X.
And yun nga, I think, kung mananalo man ng AX dito, hard fought to.
Yeah, so they definitely need to step up a lot
Whoa.
earlier from... Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Shadow. Facing the Dragon's Breath plus the Ice Cold.
But so far, this seems to be the regular start. Aggressive bot lanes. I've seen so many aggressive bot lanes in the past weeks of the PGS. It's definitely exciting to see all these little trades happening.
Well, yeah, if you're going... Actually, nakakatawa lang dito sa...
Oh, that hurts.
Sa PGS na, yung mga duo bot natin, sila yung mas madalas nagpo-pull ng mga trigger ng mga early skirmishes. Pero if you're going to check out other regions, they're just going to opt to farm up until someone visited them or just a normal dragon take. But of course, that's on the bot lane. Sandy running low, Deadly Flourish was able to hit, and Shadow, healthy as he is.
Ooh, misses the flame there, actually. But still, Sunzi and Genevieve both very low, and that's the effect of our Filipino aggressive bot lanes.
Yeah.
You need to. It's a wild west down there in bot lane, and Marquis skin reflects that.
Whoa, but here
Whoa.
comes Trevor on the side with the airborne, a very good knockup, plus the ignite once again with that Ukes and the Acid coming from the burn of Trevor.
The first blood for Cerberus still coming from the top lane there, and Cannon, being the Irelia, definitely does not want to get behind. Actually, gets a boots. It's actually a pair of boots. It's just represented by a single boot, but I don't think that's the best item you can go for after dying once. The boots may help you run from danger, but it's not gonna help you actually fight back.
Oh yeah, so I think he needs to opt it for something defensive.
Something defensive or something to help him fight back. Maybe even a null magic mantle. I would
Yeah.
allow that.
Yes, indeed. So yeah, medyo hindi nga. And yes, once again on the bot lane. But here comes the slingshot from Tomsu plus the rocket jump from Genvi. Tuloy-tuloy pa rin. And the heal was able to pop on the red side. You have seen the... Oh my god, that's a mid-air kill. Coming from Mark and AEX. Sunzi with the flash plus glitter lance. Ukes present with that teleport on the side. We are also having Trevor. And yes, Tomsu, is there any chance na makasurvive ka? The blob has been popped in. Here comes calculated. No movement from Chuck. And yes, an ignite was able to finish Ukes. And that will finish the fight on the bot lane.
That was a 2 for 3, I believe, and they just got baited by the blob there, allowing Calculated to go in, collapse, and help out his blob buddy.
Well,
man, a
I
lot of
really
action.
love how he flashed before the blob has been popped. Like the timing, na napunta siya sa much safer side ni Ari.
Yeah.
Malapit-lapit kay Calculated, kaya hindi nila naubos yung blob.
And actually, Shadow there earlier, there was a ward there. He knew that the slimy slingshot from Tamsu was coming to him, but he flashed only after the fact. He was not able to dodge that, so that gave the kill onto AEX.
Yeah.
And I feel like the fight would have gone very differently if Shadow was able to flash out of the way there.
Yeah.
I mean, he had vision. I'm not sure why he didn't flash immediately when
I think he just
Zach came flying forward.
Underestimated the range. Like, sobrang
yes.
aga kasing ikinasa yung slingshot. But, kasi max range na yun eh. And yes, of course, you have seen both of them burning the exhaust. It was a really good re-engage fight coming from AEX and a very good reaction from Calculated. Kasi nga, Chuck doesn't even move out of mid lane.
Yeah, definitely just opted to push the lane and giving Calculated that option to finish off Yux there. But a very action-packed early game here.
Yes. Glitter.
Oh,
And
here we
then
go
another
again.
slingshot plus the rocket jump. And yes! A kill from Gen V.
That was... There was no time for Marky to have his life flash before his eyes.
Even
immediately.
flash. You have those. You have that slingshot airborne. Then upon going down, na-whimsy siya.
Yes.
And the steroids from Tristana's Q.
Here we go
And
again.
here comes another one from Genvi and the rocket jump. They are going hard.
Oh.
And yes, another kill from Genvi. Grabe, huling-huli sila ni Papa Zac.
You had a point there. AEX will work for this victory. They already have 3 kills onto Genvi. Now this is a happy Tristana here.
And I'm not really sure why.
Yeah, they were underestimating the the elastic slingshot coming from Tomsu. Wow. Because you know the oh, here we go again.
Here we go. Oh, once again, Tomsu, but of course, you should take care. You don't have any good visions. And Trevor on the other side of the map trying to counter jungle. So he's opting for the blue, I think. A trade blue.
That's definitely one of the strengths that Zac has, is that the range of that elastic slingshot is you don't see him very often.
Yeah.
Which is why the range can be underestimated
you're,
so much.
You're quite. You're unfamiliar with
And that showed early. Marky stayed in a vulnerable position. Even after Shadow got caught earlier in that action-packed early game. And then Shadow stayed in and got caught out by another elastic slingshot.
Not really sure why.
So Tomsu, like I was saying, he is one of the biggest tools of AEX, and I'm glad to see that he's being used effectively, and he's being the high-pressure jungler that the stats show him to be.
And I really love how Genvi react with that rocket jump plus the bomb.
More slows, more damage.
Yeah, and this is plus a Zeroid, then a Whimsy plus the Glitter Land.
And
So
Marky
basically,
did not have flash up.
yeah,
There was nothing Shadow could have done. The shield wouldn't have helped.
you can really do anything about it right now.
So yeah, that's good. That's good of AX to take advantage of that, because Jin has ever since release, in his lows and his highs, his biggest weakness was how slow he is in both attacking and moving.
And yun nga nakakatawa ngayon, Papi Chulo, kasi parang binaliktad ng AEX yung sitwasyon. Sila na nag-freeze, kabadong-kabado ang Cerberus ngayon.
They're the ones trading favorably. They're the ones with a huge ganks coming from their jungler.
Hindi makapag-farm si Papa mo, Marky, masyado. Hirap lumapit.
Yeah, Sun Z, with that Ignite, actually doing a lot of work there.
Yeah, because
Lulu.
the burst from Marky actually dictates his item. So basically, early game, you don't need the exhaust. You're opting for Ignite for a secured kill. Exhaust is mostly on the late game.
He's behind over 3 waves. That's huge for his Jin, because earlier, his damage and burst, that's what building that powerful Youmuu's Ghostblade with the Duskblade, that was all possible. That amount of damage and burst was possible because of how much gold he was ahead of Genvi. But now, the tables have turned.
Once again, this is a very good setup. It's Elastic
Another
Slingshot.
slingshot.
And the Burn Flash, Deadly Flourish was able to hit, but are they going to pursue Focus Resolve to Genvi?
Cerberus actually learned from their mistakes earlier, expecting that slingshot, but
whoa.
still. Whoa.
A hype?
Pretty sure Calculated saw that.
A hype train.
But why is he space checking?
Wow. But here comes Calculated. The charm has been used, but Sunzi is on the vicinity, putting out some shields. And yeah.
Man, that's a lot of damage on the Calculated.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why he did that. I'm pretty sure the reason he checked that brush was he saw the Rek'Sai speeding through underground.
Hype train. But here comes Genvi, putting out some trades. And whoa! Heal has been used, and right now, a very good exhaust coming from Shadow to negate the last damage on that ult. Yeah.
Very, very aggressive, but that was dangerous business with Sun Z in the river.
Well, nagulat ako. It was really, and here comes Trevor on the side. The Airborne was able to hit, and Wildgrowth was able to save him. Plus the Glitter Lance free hit si Genvi, mga kaibigan. Is there any rocket jump combo? But Marky, once again, the American Sniper, still continuing to put down. The last bullet was able to Genvi, but not enough to acquire a kill.
Yeah, didn't hit the shots that counted there, but that was so dangerous of Genvi to go in earlier. And Sunzi was also very close in the fight that almost costed them their lives.
Yeah, so right now on the top lane, we can see Cannon and Yukes, an exchange of ult and a very good change of places with Cannon. And yes, that's bounce plus the slingshot. Tamsu was able to finish Yukes, and yes, Cannon saving himself
That was
in a very good
beautiful.
style.
You'd expect Fizz to make that play. No, it was
No.
Irelia with the Tomsu just
Whoa.
bouncing in to save his hide. Wow, that was pretty good.
The plays, man, the plays.
Plays. Hashtag PGS plays.
VGS big plays. Yes.
Chalk so far not being impactful. He's been farming, sure, but what can he do later in the game when the rest of his team is quite behind? Because the effectiveness of your revive as Zillion depends on how powerful in the first place your target is.
Yeah.
And if Marky is not able to get the same amount of traction he got earlier, oh, here comes the replay. Look at that. He just blaze surges to the minion, that one minion in the back, allowing Tomsu to just trap Yux in tower range with that let's bounce.
Wow, like it was.
That was
really
replay worthy, yes.
Yes, indeed. The blade surge. Very good play once again from
That
Can.
blade surge. That's his own Urshan strike.
Like sobrang bihira mo lang makakita ng Irelia and you get to see those plays.
That blade
Wow.
surge is so useful. But,
This Irelia.
right now, Yux should be respecting Canon a lot more, but the way he's... Oh, Shadow!
Whoa, here we go once again, and Genvi going in, and the Wild Growth Chain CC combo and the blob. And
Can they get
yes,
blob?
of course that Trevor was able to hit the Praise Seeker, finishes the health of Tomsu, but they
Tomsu's
can't
there.
finish the blobs at all. But yes, Marky was able to use the Curtain Call, putting down some damage to Genvi, but nothing much. That's a kill for, of course,
Tomsu
AEX.
just fearless, and right now he's waiting with Sunzi. If anyone comes close to this brush, they're dead. But it seems like Cerberus, it seems like Marky is not falling for that.
Yes. Oh, I really love how the Chain CC come out. Sobrang
just
ganda, sobrang
Bounce,
linis.
Blast, and Leash 'em.
Yeah.
Just snare them with just snare them, just whimsy him. Wow.
Whimsy and then the Wild Growth just to save him away. Para hindi rin
Kasi
mapop
yung
ng early
rocket
yung blob.
jumped in, that's an extra slow
Yeah,
and a
like,
little bit of more damage.
The burst from Genvi, it's not really burst, but the
The
DPS
deeps.
that provides a quick burst upon chasing those CC, ang laking bagay eh.
Yet still, Marky is building the Yomu's Ghostblade. Yomu's Ghostblade and Jin. It seems like it's more powerful the bigger your lead is, but you're behind. As an
Yeah,
AD
so-
carried both kills and over 4 waves of CS. So there's no way you can do your high noon tricks as this Wild West Jin. High
Yeah,
noon
so,
Jin, actually.
yes, so I'm not really expecting that Yomus that Yomus will be having a big impact for this pick. And
Oh,
right now, Tom Su trying to cheese play once again, but that's awarded. Brush.
Yeah, that time that was warded. But he's going to clear this out, and that gives another opportunity. This means Marky and Shadow have to act scared. And that's so dangerous. That's so bad of a situation for Cerberus because Dragon is up, and they might be giving up so much control by letting Genevieve push this in.
Yes, so they are really rushing in, and
Trevor.
Trevor recalls. I think is going to try and take or contest the dragon.
And definitely needs to be mindful of where Tomsu and the rest of AEX is.
And yes, they are taking this dragon for free.
Yeah, they're not even going to try and contest it. And
This is the
Trevor's
first dragon.
recall seems to have been wasted.
Yes, Infernal
And
Dragon.
you have the stats for the Drake there, 8%. That is huge. Just for the first stack, 8%. And it's still early game, so the effect is not that big.
Yes, but of
But
course
it's
that's
gonna stack up.
that's an investment.
Tomsu, though.
And yes, Tamsu getting caught on Mantra Inner Flame, and
It's
of
high
course
noon.
that was Curtain Call, and that's a different game. And they are still trying to go in. Fox Rush has been used, trying to escape Wild Growth as well. Tamsu was safe as this safe blob being saved by
His
this
passive
lethal.
was down there.
Yardo.
He survives with a sliver of health.
Yeah, because of that
Uh,
Wild Growth, I think, and
Yeah.
of course health
And
picks.
the Curtain Call wasn't able to finish him off.
Yeah.
And I actually saw that funny thing earlier was Chalk tried to flash over the tree of the blue buff but failed.
Yes, and right now we are seeing Trevor, of course, calculated as no Fox Rush, but that's a Burn Flash on the mid lane.
Yes, no Spirit Rush, but the flash was enough to actually deter Trevor and Chuck from
Sobrang
continuing that.
nakakatakot pa rin na Rek'Sai, no? Yung tunnel, then chilling smite, tapos didikitan ka, biglang aangat ka na
Yeah,
lang.
it's the same thing with Tomsu's elastic slingshot. You have so much versatility and range you can cover with those tunnels. So that's the reason why Rek'Sai has been so good of a jungler lately. It's the pressure pressure she can bring. But of course, Tomsu has been putting a lot more pressure on the other lanes.
And yes, here comes Yukes going hard to Sunzi. Sunzi, no backup at all. A burn flash, but Trevor finishes the kill. And here comes Cannon trying to stop the Rift Herald.
Red Terrell does reset.
Gen
and
V has
yeah, it
been
stops.
chunked down, staying on the mid lane. I think he catch some, inner flame mantra.
Giving Marky this time to free farm and catch up, though, I don't think that was a good idea
Whoa.
for Gen V to rotate. Oh, actually steals that. Tomsu, good on you. But yeah, Gen V and Sunzi, well, at least just Gen V leaving bot lane allows Marky to catch up a bit in terms of farm. I think he would have been able to 1v1 Marky, actually, with the IE that he has compared to no legendary item yet for Marky.
Yeah, of course. And knowing that Tristana, Tristana si hyper carry eh. So ngayon, yung investment na 4-1 na yan, yung maagang IE, mag-manifest na. And right now, Tamsu going hard and going in. That's a Fox Rush and a Charm. But Chuck was able to pop his ult, and Yuke's trying to go and chases them in on the vicinity. We are seeing Trevor and Shadow presently on the mid lane. So, okay, wala nang kaganapan.
Zillion, yeah.
Burn.
I was concerned
Resources.
about the Zillion pick, right? It was a weird pick. As I said, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. They still opted for the Zillion. And
Well,
earlier,
and right now, Gen V using his advantage with that firepower. The crit was able to finish him, and of course, plus an ult.
the
Wow.
shield and speed boost coming from Sun Z helps finish that kill
Yung
off.
tingin ko dito kay Gen V, parang yung Tristana yung naging jinx talaga na, na
yeah.
combo
I think-
talaga ng Lulu eh.
I think that is now his go-to champion dapat. Because Jinx was so weak in the early game.
And of course,
compared to other
knowing nga
early
na
carries.
hindi naman siya kasing mobile ni Vayne, hindi naman siya kasing wala namang indie tulad ni Twitch, di ba? Iba yung bigay nito. Ito, may patalon-talon to eh. Natuloy-tuloy pa rin si Gen V.
Oh,
Galit na
God,
galit. At
it
tropa,
gets it.
sumabog.
Oh, wow.
Wow, and here comes si Trevor. Gumugusto, pero teleport
Scares away.
has been used. And yes, Yukes tried to cancel it with that ult. And on the side, Sunzi. On the vicinity, we are going to see, of course, that's Marky. And, but pa. Si Tamsu nakapaligid.
That was a pretty good teleport from Cannon. He wasn't able to go through with it,
But
but
that's
that was
a
enough to scare him off.
And of course, that's a burn ult from Yukes.
And yeah, I was trying to say earlier about Zillion that I was concerned because
Yeah.
in a previous game, the Zillion wasn't effective. Napansin ko, the ults were all on himself.
Yeah.
And here, that's the same thing is happening to Chuck. Earlier, he had to ult himself. He was forced to. He wasn't able to use it on Marky or anyone else because he was ganked.
So, I think it's quite a, parang, hindi ko masasabing kampante. They are kind of confident na mag-snowball si Marky, but ended up with that Tamsu surprises them with that Zac.
Tomsu, definitely one of the big players of AEX.
And yes, you can see the movement also. That's a AEX around 4-person, but Ari on that brush waiting for Chuck. And yes, calculated going in. Fox Rush has been dodged. I mean, the bomb has been dodged with that Fox Rush. And yes, they are still going in. The max range wasn't able to hit, but Tomsu right now, a very good Trickster plus Mantra Inner Flame, but still Cannon on the side. Trevor waiting for any airborns, and Marky on the side. They are going to see a very good charm plus the Orb of Deception. Deceptive enough to kill Marky.
Marky hesitating a little bit, almost saves himself, but he
Wow.
just had to face check the brush.
Yes, knowing na yung nakapaligid na dun, yung buong AEX, di ba?
Yeah, that was a strange path there to take and cost him his life. Not able to do anything for his team there. He's definitely very behind, 1-4-1, behind 40
And
CS.
right now, Tomsu going in the flash. I mean, the resolve has been dropped as well, and some bombs carrying out and he was able to survive tanky enough to have the turret. And right now, we are seeing a movement. Once again, Trevor going in. And yes, a
Fearless.
3-man airborne pero free hit pa rin si Gen V, but this will be a disengage from AEX. Tatlo ang medyo mababa ang buhay. And tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang laban sa top lane. Ang duel na napakaganda. Yux at Cannon. Ignite plus ult Cannon. Chance pa kaya ito para mabuhay siya. Very good blade. Damage or the disabled pero not enough to save himself. And Curtain Call was able to hit 3%. Wow! A 4-man knock-up from Trevor. And yes, right now, Cerberus trying to take them out. Wow!
Oh no, AEX just throws.
Wow.
That was a pretty big throw. You give up the oh, it's a Cloud Dragon. Nobody cares about that. But still.
But yeah, that's
clumping
like
together in one.
4 kills, man.
Yeah, clumping together in objective
I mean,
like
3
that.
kills.
Yeah, it just gives Trevor the space he needs to tunnel in, knock you all up, allowing the rest of Cerberus to knock
I'm not
you
really
down.
sure why AX stayed on that one, knowing
AX.
na red line kayo and teams are still chasing.
The final shot from Marky's curtain call definitely
Yeah.
contributed a lot there to how Trevor is just able to clean up. But you don't do that. You're not supposed to do that. You're in the lead. Don't throw it. And now, earlier they were ahead like 4K. Now it's only 1K, and that's pretty small at this point of the game.
And of
Say
course,
an average 200 gold per member? Yeah, don't throw. Don't stay in school. Don't throw.
yeah, and of course, yeah, considering the fact that
It's a replay.
yes, let's go on the replay. You have seen that they are taking the red buff, but yes, it was smited and a very good knock-up. Calculated was able to escape and run, but the bomb from Gen V was able to, the bomb from Chalk was able to finish Gen V. And of course, Pop also, Tom Su. And of course, the rest will be...
Yeah, they tried to ambush Trevor, a very tanky member of Cerberus, but
You just
no,
can't.
Chalk was there, and that gives him a few kill and a few assists.
Yes, and knowing that's a choke point, not only that, 3 kills.
Chalk point.
Chalk point, yeah. Pun intended. And yun nga, right now, Trevor going in and going, no. No,
AEX
not
has had
enough.
a very solid early game. It's not a good idea to falter at this point of the game. Here in mid-game, you shouldn't throw your leads away, but let's see how they recuperate from this.
Yun nga, Canon, na-solo kill din siya ni Yux.
Yeah, he's able to be solo killed by Yux.
Yeah, so not really sure
The Triforce.
why it happened like that. But yeah, we are seeing right now Triforce in the hands of Aurelia. Alam ko si Aurelia isa rin to sa magandang igit sa Rage Blade dati. But right now, we are moving on the mid lane. Here comes the teleport and the ult from Chalk has been popped and Trevor on the side. Yux as well, leaving Cannon on the top lane. Yes, so both teams are re-engages, but this leaves Cannon alone with the top lane turret.
Gets that global gold and a
Yes.
for his team. And right now, almost everyone is in mid lane.
Whoa, another
Oh,
flyaway
fearless.
slingshot from Tom Su, knowing that teams are quite far, but Trevor
Here
being
comes Yux.
tanky enough. On the side, we can see Yux drops the ult, and here comes the curtain call. The Philippine sniper was able to take down someone, but in the hands of Yux, and right now calculated. Wow,
Oh.
a very good flash. Not.
Flash Orb of Deception. It was an aggressive.
I'm not really sure it's an over-the-wall pale flash with the Orb of Deception, but
I
still, it's a max range orb.
I think gusto lang niya talaga ng distance para makapag max range orb. It was a gamble, but it actually did pay off.
Well, yeah, either way, it was a kill from Calculated. Calculated enough with that flash max range of Orb of Deception.
Yeah, and this gives him the middle lane turret, more map control and pressure, a little bit more gold, and they will go back and recall to spend the gold that they
Well,
earned.
kind of sad that Tom Su has been took down by the Filipino sniper.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has no blobs at all, so that single bullet, hitting him in the heart.
Marky just fanned the hammer on him.
Wow.
But so far, the game could still go either way. Obviously, AEX
Yeah,
is
it was
still
a
in
close
the lead.
call.
It's just a matter on who aims better. When they pull the trigger, it's about who aims better at this point.
Yes, indeed. And
It's
we
not about
are.
who pulls the trigger first.
I think they are going to eye for the Baron, but of course, AEX ahead on the turrets. They still have that outer turret on top lane and bot lane. So, any possibility that they can go ahead from Cerberus side to take this?
I think it might be too early to try and contest
Whoa.
Baron. They might just want to like put vision around it just to keep track of it.
And right now, Canon and Yux.
Wow, Cannon is scared of that Yux. Does not want to go near the minion wave outside of tower. So far, Trevor's just teasing the Wolf Spirit sentry.
Oh yeah, knowing that he has the Banshee's Veil, so no disable for you guys. But Genvi right now, that's a burn flash from Markin. Here comes Trevor going hard once again. The Wild Growth has been popped. And yes, the curtain call has been used. Genvi on the first bullet, second bullet goes to Topso, and the third bullet, fourth bullet was able to came in. Need the tread into the needle. Really good snipe from the Filipino sniper, Marky on that Jin, and the charm cancels the tunnel.
Nakakapagtaka yung rocket jump ni Genvi kanina. Jumped in to finish the tower off. That does not reset it. That gives
Oh,
an
well,
avenue
yeah,
for
I
damage.
don't know why.
And now Cerberus on the chase actually does not continue. Another Cloud Dragon? Why?
Because they're Cerberus.
Oh,
I mean, I'm not sure, but Cerberus wants to take those Cloud.
I mean, if it's free, sure.
It's
But the
it's
Cloud
always
Dragon,
been whenever they have the free dragon, it's
a
always
Cloud.
been Cloud.
That's so sad.
So they should
Cloud
be
Dragon
called
is
as Cloud Cerberus.
the weakest out of all the bonuses from the Drakes you get.
Well, yeah, it's
Which
not
is
as
sad.
bad as much as you wanted to have, but at least you have something.
Yeah,
Mas
makuha mo
maganda,
na- at least you have XP from that.
mas maganda na yung meron ka kaysa naman yung walang-wala ka.
Outsu.
Okay, guys. So
Yeah,
going
let's
back
not.
here, going back here. Of course, that's a free dragon, ika nga, and both teams are going to eye for
Baron now.
the Baron. I mean,
Actually,
hindi
no.
ba pala?
May
Hindi ba pala nila
dragon.
kinuha?
So Sunzi getting very low from that Baron there. No?
But yeah, what? Like Cerberus didn't
Trevor.
take it, but whoa. It was a good try, but right now they are in a tight spot. The slingshot and of
Just
course
easily gets
the
out.
burst shot from Tristana. Right now calculated, is there any chance that you can assassinate someone, and three teams,
don't-
three members of Cerberus. Yux on the other side, but I think he can play Full Trickster out. Yes,
Yeah, just
indeed.
gets out of there. That's Trevor had a really big chance to steal that dragon.
Yeah.
Ends up not getting it, but you know, it's a Cloud Dragon.
Yeah.
It's still a bonus, but now that equalizes. Both
Yeah.
teams now have a Cloud Dragon. The rotations will be a little bit faster, but AEX has that advantage of the Earth Dragon if they want to get this Baron, which they seem to want to actually start soon, given
And
how much attention they're paying to it. A
yes,
lot
of course,
ping.
that-
They're starting it.
Yes, indeed, and that's the firepower from Gen V, and of course you have also Cannon having that Triforce, but on the side we are seeing Trevor, Shadow, and on the other side we are going to see Yux trying to fire the top lane. I think AEX can pursue this one since nagre-recall na si Marky.
Maybe, yeah, but seeing the damage earlier in the seconds that they started Baron, it seems like they're gonna do it really slow considering their composition. They do have the hyper carry Tristana and Irelia, but Baron was not falling as quickly as they want. That might give Cerberus the time to get there and collapse on them if they do force that Baron. So
And
right now it's just a dance.
yes, it will be a dance off.
Dance off at the Sayawan sa Baron pit.
Rave parties about it.
Are you
no?
joining this event?
Interested? Yes, I'm going.
Interested.
Maybe, mga ganun, no? And yes, right now both teams are trading vision.
Yeah, because vision around this area is vital. The Elder Dragon is not up until much later. I mean, the Cloud Dragon just fell, so right now Baron is in the spotlight. It's getting all the pings, all the attention, and both teams do not want to give that up.
Yeah, like kahit sinong team ngayon, they're really not opting to take any turrets like inhibitor turrets.
It's pretty deep into enemy territory, and you need all the bonuses you can get
And
if you're going for those sieges.
And of course, knowing na pag nag-fail ka to take that or a complete ace, not just an ace, that will be an equal Baron. So
Definitely.
basically,
Or
it
even
will really
a game finisher if
Yeah.
the fight happens near enough to the base.
yes. So but right now, only Yux is quite brave enough to extend his territory.
And AEX actually responding
Whoa,
with
yes.
sieging the top lane, which is, I think, a good rotation. They,
Yes.
Yux might need to teleport.
And here
Gonna
comes the
bring
teleport.
damage onto this
On
turret.
the
Trevor,
back
what are
right
you
now.
doing?
Tamsu trying to peel for the team and Yux at the back being the snowman. And right now, they are trying to take away the battle and Let's Bounce has been proc. A very good charm at the last seconds of that. Trickster, the critical, was able to hit everyone and that was a damage from Gen V. And of course, the burn from Yux was able to finish Gen V. That's a big loss for AEX.
Gen V, why is he rocket jumping forward so aggressively? If it was to finish off Yux, he could have rocket jumped a little more back.
Wow, that was quite brave for Trevor going in for the ult with that kind of...
flash even.
Wow.
Wow, this is a clown fiesta right now.
Well, I'm not really sure why it happened, but I
Yeah.
really love how calculated took down Chalk.
Yes,
It was
definitely.
assassinated.
Not even a chance.
Yeah, it
to
was
use his
assassinated.
ultimate there.
He got
But Gen V,
Kennedy.
you can't do that. You can't just jump in to get those resets if it's gonna put
Yeah.
you in that
Not
spot where you can
only-
just get
Not
sniped
only
by Marky.
Gen V, not only Gen V, we have seen Trevor goes in, ported in on his tunnel and
Yeah, pero yung malaki din is Gen V.
Yeah,
If
it was
they
the
had
carry, right?
If they had gotten Shock and Gen V was able to live, that might have been an
Yeah.
opportunity for Baron, more turrets. But no, he jumped in, he got sniped by Marky, finished off by the Deathfire touch, and just falls.
well, I think that should explain with his KDA. Well, I'm
Are
not
you throwing shade at
no, not really being offensive on that one.
Yeah, but it
he-
is a good point.
Yeah, even on his vein kasi, he likes to tumble forward. And
it's a
right
valid-
now, I think he trusted his team mostly na mababurst pagka rocket jump niya paharap. Like how it happened on the early game. So basically, yun yung sa tingin ko nangyayari sa kanya na he thought that he can burst someone, then goes for the reset, jumps out.
Yeah, but
But
still,
no.
the rocket jump does have a casting time. There is that moment, a window
Yeah.
of a huge risk that you're taking if you do that aggressively.
Yes, so
it's- I think Gen V should temper that a bit. It's the same with Wild Turtle in the NALCS where he was having a lot of trouble with his over-aggressive
oh,
with
his
his
wow.
over-aggressive
Well,
plays.
actually,
It
yeah,
had
like
to be tempered when he
he
got
also
into
with the
TSM.
Corki.
Yeah.
Wild Turtle's Corki is really,
Valkyrie papasok ng base.
yeah. Wow, the package.
Yeah.
Door-to-door yung package niya sa base mismo ng kalaban eh. Ayan, guys.
Definitely a point of contention for AEX closing this game out.
Well, yeah, it kind of crippled them since another slow movement na naman to eh. It was a very good
Ooh,
bullet
Ocean
trigger.
Drake.
But right now, Ocean Drake in the hands of AEX. But right now, calculated. Deadly Flourish was able to hit but no follow-up. Up ang kanyang Foxfire. And right now, Curtain Call. First bullet, second bullet, third bullet, and the fourth. No.
No, actually cancels
canceled
the
it.
snipe there.
Well,
But-
I think he reserved it for the cooldown.
Yeah,
Pero
actually,
ang sakit ah.
masakit nga. Now AEX has 3 dragons under their belt. The Earth, and the Ocean, and the one nobody talks about.
Yeah.
But the Earth is big. The Ocean is big. This gives them a lot of options. And even the Cloud Dragon helps them here. With the Ocean Dragon and the Cloud Dragon, they can rotate around lanes.
Yeah, they can
with
win
Earth
this
Dragon-
objective trades.
With the
a
Earth
lot.
Dragon, they can take down turrets with that Tristana, the Shredder.
But
But they need to be in position to do it.
medyo kinakabahan now right now that Marky already has the items he needed. Providing also that last whisper. Like
yes.
how a Curtain Call really pops someone with that Draktar, of course. So, possibility talaga na makawan.
And they're starting Baron. It seems
They
like
missed one ward.
Cerberus
No.
actually knows, but they're still going for it. AEX is taking a huge risk. There's only 2 people on this Baron. Tamsu is already half health. Cerberus might have a chance to actually finish this off.
Wow.
Oh,
and
the entire
right
team
now-
is here.
And here comes
too.
teleport from Yukes, and right now Trevor, of course, jumping in. A very good
Oh.
bomb, but right now it will be a very chaotic fight inside the Baron pit. When right now calculated Fox rushing in, and Trevor goes down in the hands of Genvi. And right now Yukes, a very good rocket jump over the wall. Charm wasn't able to hit Trickster, quite failure. But right now the Urchin Strike on calculated, another kit of surviving from Yukes, and right now Curtain Call has been used. Is there any chance that Yukes can clean this up? This will be the 4th bullet plus the bomb. It will finish Cannon, I think. No, not really. And right now Tomsu being left out inside the Baron pit, but Marky on that red bullet. Here comes Cannon,
Oh!
catching the deadly flourish. Wow.
Now it's a 3-for-1. That was an overstaying from AX there. They do get the Baron buff with 2 members, but now Cerberus is in a position to actually push this
And
in.
yes, I
Maybe
really
even
love,
up to the inhibitor.
yes, I really love how that Cerberus, Yukes has the Guardian Angel, and then
Attracts all the aggro,
Yeah.
leaving the rest of the team
and
behind.
then he comes up with a full health. Basically, you're going to deal with this slippery fizz with damage.
This game is neck and neck. As we said earlier, AX needs to work. It's a hard-fought victory if
And
they want this.
of course, right now, Marky on that curtain call.
Yeah,
Once again.
They're not closing out these games early enough, it seems. But yeah, earlier I was worried because Cerberus, sure, they failed the 50-50 smite, and they weren't all able to jump to the side of the pit.
Yeah.
They had to circle around because that's Jin, Zillion, and Karma. Only Trevor and Yux had
Well,
the jumps to
You
go in
already
there.
have that kill from Trevor. Like,
Yeah.
you are on the other side of the pit. You
But-
can be safer.
That was good for Yux though, to just jump to the other side of the pit. So the rest of AX just chased him, leaving
Yeah,
two
leaving
members
others-
to fall.
Yeah, so not kind of good
So, yeah,
decision
the game
for
is neck and
AX
neck.
to chase. Still a questionable plays around this team, but right now we are still inside the game. That's 38 minutes for you guys, and equal kill score.
14-14 in a very negligible 1K gold lead for AEX.
Yes, indeed,
They're-
Atlas.
The entirety of their lead comes from their dragons, and they have to use those bonuses effectively. Like here, they got the top second turret.
That was quick, of course, knowing that it's a Tristan having that, the siege power.
Plus the Earth Dragon,
Yeah, Earth Dragon.
the
and
Mountain
the
Drake
Moon-
actually.
And someone is, I think someone has these Zizerots. That's on, Sun Z.
Sun Z, yeah, actually, that's a pretty good pickup for a Sun Z.
Well,
The
I'm not
support
really sure
actually-
where he landed that one. I think here. No.
It's there somewhere.
Or it's kind of on cooldown, I think, as well.
Mhm.
Since it was on the bot lane a while ago.
Cannon though.
Oh, it's on
is
the mid lane.
pushing.
Sorry.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, guys.
And
It's here.
Sun Z, actually, pretty good. Backing
Whoa,
that
a
up.
very good dodge from Yux and Fox Rush. Zonia's has been used with that ult, and yes, they are still trying to continue. Thompson on that slingshot, but very playful on that Yux. Very playful.
Lalaroan lang ni
Yeah.
Yux ang puso ni Calculated, and actually pulls Cannon away from the bot lane to try and assist Calculated there. So even if it didn't end up in a kill and burnt a lot of their cooldowns, that was still good for Yux to pull Cannon away from their bot lane.
And yes, knowing also that Shadow has this Ziki Harbinger, so
Ooh.
quite scary.
Big crits
Yes.
combined with that Infinity Edge onto Genvi.
And you're
If,
going to
if
have
they
also-
get the good timing for a team fight or a skirmish, Genvi will just shred down everyone he touches.
Yes, and of course that's Marky also on the Lord Dominic's. So
Lord Dominic's
I mean,
regard.
Lord Dominic's, right?
It is Lord
Or
Dominic's
Mortal Reminder.
Mortal
let me check.
Reminder.
Mortal
is-
Reminder. So yeah,
Yes.
the red one would be the Lord Dominic's regards, and we are going for a
Have
pause.
Pause. I wonder what, but this gives us time to discuss possibilities in the game.
So yeah, we are looking at all cooldowns up for
AEX.
AEX,
and
except for the
both
flash
teams,
of Tomsu.
actually. Yeah.
Well, yeah, both teams nga naman.
They're
Pero,
combat ultimates, actually, but the summoners are a different story, I believe.
yeah, if they can pull it off before Marquis Flash can came up, bigger chances of
Yes,
winning.
bigger chances of winning. And Cerberus, they might want to make use of their 2 teleports. But Zillion is not the best mid laner to do this, the 1-3-1. Let's see how they'll use it.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for Gen V to, to carry, or I mean to finish the game. Like, he's the initial
Yeah,
carry
he's
right
almost
now.
level 18. That's when he reached the very peak of your range as Tristana. So if they can wait for that, if they're willing to wait for that, they have this huge machine gun, the long-range light
Yeah.
machine gun coming from the back line.
And knowing also that Calculated, he has the items, pero hindi pa rin kasi siya nakaka-burst eh.
Yeah, it's very hard. He has 5 kills under his belt, but it's very hard to burst because Yuck's built tanky.
Yeah,
Mostly tanky.
yeah.
Chalk has his ultimate. And yeah, Chalk is the biggest deterrent to Calculated. So if they want to burst someone down, it has to be Chalk. They have to prevent Chalk from even having the opportunity to cast that spell.
So yeah, I guess it will be just a very good slingshot once again. Plus, let's bounce from Tomsu.
But that's gonna be harder to pull off. the
Yeah,
longer
right
this game
now,
goes.
Cerberus is really aware sa magiging kilos. And yes, ito na lang ang
Elder
kanilang pwede
Dragon.
pagtalunan. Elder Dragon dahil si Baron ay babalik pa lang within 2 minutes from his break time.
Now this is Elder Dragon at the spotlight, but they know this is a raid boss. This is a huge damage sponge. So they can't just start it willy-nilly. They need to
And
plan
alam
it.
natin na 3 dragon ang daladala ng AEX par. Kaya pag nakuha nila to, sobrang solid ang madadagdag na 50% mula sa epekto ng mga dragon na to.
Cerberus is really minding this. Yux is there. Of course, he has teleport if he's needed.
But
So
right
far,
now,
just
medyo
dancing around.
nakakapaalala lang yung teleport ni Yux kasi nakapwestuhan ng wards ng Cerberus mga ganda
yeah,
eh.
we're not too deep. So there's no chance for Yux actually right now to go for a flank with a teleport.
Yeah.
If Cerberus wants to take full advantage of Chalk and Yux, this potential, they need to bring more vision around. And Sunzi's making this very hard with constant
Yeah.
use of his sweeper.
But yeah, it was really effective right now. Like the very good
They gonna start it?
points.
They're starting it.
Yes, indeed, because that's Gen V with the firepower and
Cerberus
Tomsu.
wants to
And
contest
right
this.
now, they are moving in. I also remembered nga na pwede mag-teleport sa tunnel, pero tuloy-tuloy pa rin tayo mga kaibigan. Slingshot has been used and Playful Trickster. Palabas si kuya mo, a very good, not so good pala, misses the charm. But Yux, sa tingin ko gusto niyang i-assassinate si Calculated, pero
They
naka-gain
still
siya ng
want this
distance.
dragon. I
Yes.
think they're gonna start it right after.
Gusto nila yan. That's a Yux burn teleport. Once na bumak dito sa Trevor, ult lang ang magiging puhunan niya. At nasa
That is
top pa rin si Canon. Pumupush. Isang magandang stall to for AEX. Sayaw-sayaw lang muna tayo. And Calculated showing up,
Oh,
taking
no.
down Shadow. And
Oh.
yes, a very good trade-off with that curtain call. Si Canon. Sumama na ba si Canon? Ayan na mga kaibigan, tuloy-tuloy pa rin tayo sa laban. And yes, Sunzi goes down in the hands of Yux and jumping in. Calculated, trying to finish Chok pero hindi sapat ang damage. Tamsu, siya na ang tumapos. Zonias has been used. A very good flash away.
Oh!
Pero
Oh, no,
Yux dominating pa rin, and these 2 GA boys. Meron pa rin JC Trevor.
There's
Ito na si Canon. Pumupulis. Ubus na ba? Is there any chance na mapatay si Yux? Mag-playful trickster ito palabas. Simulan niya ng Urgent Strike and a very good airborne Tamsu. Slingshot plus this slow and a very good Blade Surge. Canon nagpapa-cooldown. Yes,
shuts
indeed.
down.
Finishing. Shutdown. Yung isda na huli. Wow.
Wow, that fight. That was very dangerous of AX to actually force that dragon.
Pero
As you could, in the end, they won, but that was a huge risk they took. The reason they won was because Cerberus overstayed. But if you look at the plays individually, forcing that dragon was a huge mistake because Tomsu, their big tank, their big frontliner, was
Has been
deep in the
chunked down, yeah.
It was at half health, deep into the pit, and was not able to immediately was not able to to help Gen V out. Gen V just got insta-give. The reason they won there is that Cerberus got overconfident.
It was a
and
very
tried to
good curtain call, man.
That was a very good curtain call. But after that, they continued trying to chase Calculated and Tomsu. In the end, they didn't realize Cannon was there. Cannon arrived. But still, that was a very, very big dragon throw. It could have ended very badly if Cerberus had
Well,
just backed
yeah,
off.
knowing that Cannon is pushing top lane, you can just go ahead and stall them. Like, you don't have to start it. You just have to dance around
that's
it.
a perfect point there that you're making. Oh, that's a lot of damage there.
Wow, true damage. And yes, a deadly flourish. Here comes the
Oh.
curtain call. Once again, a long range show up. And the last bullet was able to hit a Blade Surge
Yup,
plus
though.
the stun from Yux. And yes, he has been eaten. But Genvi, once again, on the side. And Tamsu trying to
Cannon.
make some damage. And Yux goes down. And Marky as well. Plus Shadow. That's reward for you. For casualty. And Chuck is the last man here.
Thank goodness. AEX. AEX has to be really thankful for Cannon here because he had the aggro of 2 members and actually slaughtered 2 of them there. That's the power of a late game Irelia with her items up, her GA, her Triforce, everything. And this gives Calculator a 4-for-1. And they could use this for
Inhibitor.
take down an inhibitor, definitely.
Yes, right now it's still
Oh,
Thompson
Tamsu.
wants this and drops this low, trying to go in. And yes, Genvi
And if
with that firepower dragon.
And if you notice, Chalk still has his ultimate health. So that means he was not able to use it on a priority ally.
I think it's because it was really
he was
surprising,
either-
the damage.
Yeah, he was too far.
Whoa,
from
I'm
the
not
needed
really sure
targets.
that this is a good idea for AEX.
The damage though, will Genvi? No, Genvi is exhausted.
Right now, and
actually
yes,
get it.
once again,
So
I
much
was
damage.
speechless for that
We were
second.
both
Yeah.
speechless. Because there are no words for that courage.
Wow.
that
I'm not really sure if I'm going to look Tamsu.
A victory.
If he's going to,
AEX.
kill. Oh my god.
That was good game and well played by AEX. Very
Wow,
courageous last play.
Well, still, inaantay ko pa rin yung puntong magsasalita ako na mali yung ginawa nila. Pero
in
ended
the
up a
end,
very
yeah,
good pull the
because you can
trigger
never-
combo.
You can never underestimate the damage that Genvi can bring out with that Tristana.
Yeah, and
Late
he
game.
lives it just a
Sliver
sliver
of
of
hell.
hell. And
Look at
Tamsu zoning out Marky with that let's bounce. Hindi ka man ma-zone, ifo-force kita, itutulak kita. Yes, indeed, AEX got this point. This is
'Cause when we
1-1.
last looked at Nexus, it was still here.
Yeah.
When
It was-
Genvi was this,
It was
Nexus
like,
was gone.
Wow! Kaya hindi na rin ako nagsalita kasi akala ko mauubos sila.
That was great.
Wow!
Hard fought and hard earned by AEX.
Yes, you have seen the firepower. AX, Gen V, really happy for you right
Sure
now
they're
doing that
happy with
one.
that win.
Yeah, so you have seen the
No words,
standings
yes.
right now. Cerberus taking out once again. That's 9-12 with Acclaim Empire X 8-12. So 1-1 to them.
In the end, the same
Yes, same standings.
but both teams do get 1 point above the rest.
Yes.
Yeah, above
So, guys, that's match
the-
one
yeah, that has been match 1
of week
AEX
6,
versus
day
Cerberus.
1. So we are moving on our next match after few minutes. That's IPT versus
Naga.
yeah. So we will be back, guys. So it's just tune in. We still have our match and win promo from Naga Luxuria. That's a marksman skins. So watch out lang kayo guys dyan. Abang-abang tayo. Babalik kami in a bit. So chill muna tayo dyan and see you later. With the airborne, a very good knockup. Plus the ignite once again with that Yux and the last hit.